Welcome YouTubers, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for Friday, July 14th. Well, you would think tomorrow is going to be like a lackluster day, but guess what? Earnings season. Before the open tomorrow on July 14th, we have Citibank, we have JP Morgan, we have PNC, we have Wells Fargo, all reporting their earnings tomorrow. So be aware for Friday. That's what we got coming at us, and let's hope the banks do well, and that'll keep this market momentum going. While I have it up, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the economic information coming out for tomorrow. Retail sales at 8:30, consumer price index at 8:30, 9:15 industrial production. We do have some Fed speak tomorrow, not as important as Janet Yellen this week. But at 9:30 we have Robert Kaplan. 10 o'clock we have business inventories, consumer sentiment also at 10 o'clock. The big number for oil tomorrow is the Baker Hughes rig count at 1 p.m. Eastern time for Friday the 14th. So that's your economic information. Next thing you want to take a look at is your earnings calls for Friday, and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so your earnings calls for July 14th, JP Morgan at 8:30, INFY at 8:30, PNC at 9:30, WFC at 10 o'clock, and Citigroup at 11:30. And those are the bank earnings calls, and you can get that at Earnings Cast. The futures right now, currently the Dow futures are up 3.5 points, the NASDAQ up 2, and the S&P basically flat this evening. Get that out of our way. Let's see, we want to go here next. For some news after the bell, we had insider purchases on IDT, direct to purchase 7K shares at $14.82, SXCP. 10% owner Sun Coal purchased over 33,000 at $17.46. Some syndicate news that came out after the bell. CLSD filed Form 42B5 and $50 million with Cowen, and that's basically for an offering. CQP Form S3, and TWO filed Form 10 million shares. Series B fixed floating rate, cumulative redeemable preferred stock. So Juno 7 million share block reported being shopped around at $27.40. AFMD SunTrust starts at a buy, a $7 price target. AFMD was up in the after hours. SPWH Form 4 direct to purchase 10,000 shares. Cyber, CYBR, came out with a Q2 warning, and that's driving down not only Cyber, but FireEye, FTNT, and Palo Alto Networks were also down. Cyber was down at $1.9 a share. And here's more on Cyber right here. You can read that for yourself on the Cyber. Let's scroll up. Let's see if there was anything else. BLFS had news after the bell. BioLife Solutions, CryoStore, cell freeze media embedded in Invoza, first approved cell and gene therapy for osteoarthritis, I think that is. Anyway, BLFS was up in the after hours, and I'm talking about this one right here. I'll take a look at that chart. See what was SGMO was the other one that was up after hours. SGMO, Sangamo receives fast track designation from the FDA for SB 318 and SB 913, and so they had news after the bell on SGMO. And I'll just scroll through these slowly. If you pick out something that you wanted to see, A10 Networks expects total revenue in second quarter to be between 52.5 billion and 53.5 million. Excuse me, 52.5 million. And let's see, Vanguard has a new CEO. And Let's see, I don't see anything else standing out for me. Oh, Hain Celestial receives anticipated notice of NASDAQ non-compliance due to delayed annual meeting. All right, so there's some news after the bell. For your call activity today, AMD, BBRY, BMY, CTSH, DYN, Halo, HTZ, QRVO, STX, TDC, and Teva. So this was a high call activity in some of these names on this side. And for your put activity, Apple, FFIV, GE, GPS, HIMX, McDonald's, and AT&T. And that was your put activity. This is the market wrap. I get this email to my inbox each night from the trade exchange, and it's a nice little condensed letter for each night. Gives you the actual options activity. Also shows you today's earnings, Delta earnings miss, revenue miss, and CBSH earnings beat, revenues in line. So that came out today during the trading, before the bell today, excuse me. And then here's your Friday economic information. So just something that you might want to consider getting on their email list, that Trade Exchange. You can find them at Trade Exchange on Twitter. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way, and we will take a look at some of the markets. Markets showing strength. Here's the S&P 500 and climbing up near that resistance level now. For you SPY watchers, we have the high here around that 245 level. Yeah, 245. So watch for that breakout of 245 on the SPY. And I would think if the banks do well, the SPY could break, to all-time highs. And let's see, the IWM today. We had that shadow candle, then we came down, and once again bulls came in and bought this dip here, so keeping us above the light blue line, which is the 10 SMA on the IWM. IWC, they came in around that 20 SMA, pushed it up. So IWC, IWM holding up. So far, neither one able to get above that their resistance. The Dow Jones 30, coming up to all-time highs again. Grinding, but almost there. 21,600 is a whisper away, and that would be a new all-time high. LABU, LABU. Nice pop. We spoke about this one in yesterday's video. I showed you the consolidation line. We did get the pop, and that is the 3 times bull for IBB. And you see the IBB came down to the 20 SMA on the daily chart here, and then they popped it back up. XBI, same thing. They popped it off of the 20 SMA, and then a nice pop in that one. We spoke about the steals in the previous videos for the last couple of days. There's X pushing up on some comments Donald Trump made. So, I mean, you were well aware of these in previous videos, and so there you go. AKS, I told you I was in this one, and a nice move up on AKS. Some that you might want to watch, STLD over that, if we can take out that 37 spot. STLD, and then the other one SCHN, and this one's trying to take out that 26 spot. Schnitzer Steel. All right, and then just off the top of my head, we have a TMST. That one is trying to get above the 100 SMA, the white line right here. So there's a couple of steals that you can keep on your radar for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get right into the watch list. I'm not giving you a big watch list tonight because tomorrow's Friday, and even with the banks reporting, probably after noon, it's going to be very slow. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have an AKS if you want to watch it to possibly get in. 33 million shares. I'm already in this one, full disclosure. And we do have a high of 676. So if we can get over this high, AKS, you might want to take a look at that one. ANY, we have a high just under the $5 level, I believe. Oh, actually, it went as high as 525. Excuse me. So if we can get back over 510 on ANY, this one just did a split. I think it was 25 to 1. So you know, it's acting well. Nice volume came into it. So watch it over that 510 spot, or wait for a pullback or intraday setup on ANY. BIOC, 1.1 million shares traded. We do have a high here of $1.57. So keep your eye on this one. BLFS, this is the one that had news after the bell. It had closed at 338 and it popped all the way up to $3, over $3.90, 5-minute pre-post market chart. 55 EMA, this is that yellow line that you see on the chart. So keep your eye on this one for possible, you know, pullback and then move up. BONT was a monster move today, moving from, you know, 30 cents, big volume, all the way up to $1. So, you know, bond department stores, big pop. So we'll see if this one can set up tomorrow intraday. CEI, over 4 million shares traded in this thing. We need to get over this 100 SMA. So keep your eye on CEI, small oil name. The high on this one was 36 cents, so it's obviously an under $1 name. The 100 is 37 cents. I would let it clear that. I would actually let it clear, you know, 40 cents. So we'll see how this one sets up. FIT, nice pop today, 11 million shares, trying to get back over this 575 spot. So FIT, Fitbit, you know, chatter circulating around the name. GoPro, a blast from the past, popping today. 3 million shares almost traded in the name, trying to break that 850 spot, and the 100 SMA is right there. So watch for that 850 break or a slight pullback, maybe to 850, 835. LabU we spoke about already. NVGS, big mover today, big volume, over 3 million shares. See how this sets up intraday. Shipping and ports. CMRE, we'll just take a look. CMRE popped also today. Not as much volume though. GLBS is a shipper that didn't do much. Dries didn't do much, I don't think. Let me open this up. No, it's just dead money. SINO did pop. Now we've been talking about SINO when it was down here in previous videos, and we did get the nice pop in that one. Next one up is PI. All right, and this one is setting up nicely. If you can get back over, today's high was 53.99. So if we can get over this 53.55, maybe we get a continuation move in PI, and then just be careful, you know, see if it breaks out over that 54 level on PI. So I like the setup here. It's holding above the 10, the 20. Things are starting to curl back up. The 50 is curling up. So this looks nice. So keep your eye on this one. If maybe not tomorrow, you know, for next week. RTK, a little one under $1. High today was 58 cents. So keep your eye over on this one on RTK for a break of 58 cents. This is an agricultural stock. IPI was one that moved nicely. Let's just check some of these. Potash also doesn't look too bad. If it can take out this 1750 spot. It's not on my list here, but I'm just going through some of the ags. And MOS also setting up nicely. If you can get over that 24 spot on MOS. People gotta eat, right? SGMO, this was the action in it after hours, got all the way up to $10.20. So you may want to have this one on watch. So we're up here on the daily. So big pop. You know, maybe this one will need to cool off a little bit, and we'll watch it next week. But SGMO, I showed you the news. STLD we spoke about. TEUM, just because, right? A lot of volume coming into the name. It's pulled back. You know, I tried this one today. I tried to trade it over $1.50. It did go up a little bit, but it came right back at me. I think I lost about 3 cents on the name, so no biggie there. X, like we spoke about, nice volume came in on all the steel. So, you know, we've been talking about it since this getting over this 22 level. So AKS and STLD I think I like a bit better, But if this can get over that 24 spot, could run. XGTI pop dropped. It's trying to get over this 205 level. You see the resistance right about here. So for me, it had 6.7 million shares traded. If we can get back over that 205, it may give a continuation move. And so keep your eye on this one. It's communications. So that's the watch list for tomorrow. And I think that's everything. I gave you the news. I think we're all set. All right, this has been Zozo Stock Watch. This is your stock watch list and some added information for your Friday trading. Now listen, on the weekend I do a stocks to watch list that usually comes out on Sunday, but I also do a let's get ready for the week ahead, and that'll be out on Saturday sometime. So be on the lookout for that. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's help the channel grow. And thank you for all your support. You can catch me on Twitter, StockTwits, and you can retweet my videos if you like. I'd appreciate that. But the big thing is, if we can get my subscribers up, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, everybody, have a great Friday trading. Look out for those videos for the weekend, and thank you very much for all your support. This is Zozo Stock Watch. Have a very nice day.